I'm Linda Rafferty. I'm Global Head of Compliance and ESG here at K2. I've been with K2 for over 11 years, as probably everyone knows by now. And earlier this year, we took on sustainability. So I've been dealing with governance side of things for a long time. And earlier this year, we added sustainability or ESG to that as well. Sustainability, well, it depends who you ask, really. Everyone has lots of different interpretations for what sustainability is. We would probably look at it from a reporting side of things. You know, sustainability is about doing the right thing for the planet, whether that's our products, whether it's how we do business, whether our processes, you know, all of those things are about sustainability. But if we're talking about from the ESG, that's on the reporting side, and ESG stands for environmental, social and governance. Environmental is obviously how we operate and how we affect the planet. Social is how we impact on the communities in which we operate. You know, and that's all our communities all around the world. And governance side of things, which is the bit that I love the most, which is all our policies and our processes and our accreditations and our certifications and all the reporting that we're going to do going forward. Sustainability should be important to everybody because it's the impact we're having on our planet. You don't have to look too far into the newspapers nowadays or any kind of reporting to see the impact that we're having on the planet. So it needs to be important to K2 because, you know, what we do, you know, how we move people around the world, you know, that can be quite impactful. So we want to find a way of balancing that out to make sure that we can do good things as well as the things that we do that are impacting the planet. So we want to make sure that we can make a difference. Everyone wants to make a difference to how the world operates. So you know, K2 wants to make a difference. We don't want to just keep operating pretending this isn't happening. We all know that we're on a finite timeline. And we want to make a difference, so that's why it should be important, really. Well, we're doing so much at the moment. We're looking at what we're reporting. We're measuring our carbon footprint. We're looking at our processes and our operations to see what things we can operate, what areas we can operate in that will be more environmentally friendly. We're doing so much reporting. You know, we need to come up with a baseline. We need to look at where we are now so that we can make reductions to make a difference over the coming years. So, you know, we've got a whole host of stuff. You know, watch this space, all the things that we've got coming on and the things that we're doing and the differences that we're trying to make. Well, you've got to remember it's all early days and nobody out there's got the answers about how to implement sustainability and how to be a market leader in sustainability. You know, everyone is doing their best endeavours to make a difference. I think one of the earliest things that we've done is kind of like a call to action. You know we needed to make a difference, and I think, you know, one of the amazing things that we've done is, you know, we've got together in, you know, January last year, and we've already started some reporting. You know, we became a member of the UN. We joined EcoVadis. We did our first assessment then, and you know, we got a silver award in our first year. And you know, but we've got plans in place. We've got a 5-year plan in place for all the things that we can do that's going to make a difference over the next 5 years. This isn't short term. This is a long term commitment from K2. So, you know, the areas that we excel are all the areas that we started on, but all the things that are yet to come. We've done a load of work with all our different partners. You know, we've done loads of communication. The first thing, the most important thing, is education. It's to let our partners know what's important to K2 and to get that communication out there. So we're educating and we're supporting and we're working with people, you know, to get people on the journey with us, to get them on the EcoVadis journey. You know, we've had partners, we've had meetings, so many calls, and you know, we're trying to put templates together to make you know, the reporting side of it and the processes side of it for partners easier. We're starting to look at we put an article out a little while ago that's, you know, perhaps a little bit controversial about removing plastics from the supply chain, but that was not something that's done in isolation. We're starting to get some reporting around that. We're working with partners so that we can look at alternatives and trying to find ways of supporting that, and developing that going forward. Because again, we don't have all the answers, but we're working towards a solution. But we're working with people. I think one of the most important things that we're doing with our partners is bringing them along with us, but supporting them along that. It's not a we want you to do this and do it immediately. It's we want you to do this, but with us, and how can we help? We want them to tell us what they want from us to support them. So that's what we're doing. What do I personally do? I tell you what I do that I'm really good at is driving everybody mad, of sorting out stuff at home to make sure that we recycle. And I know that's just a tiny portion of it, but I'm really conscious about where I buy clothes from. I'm really conscious about not making journeys I don't need to, or using public transport when I can. And we do lots of walking as well, so that we're not using any kind of transport at all. Products at home, trying to phase out some of the really dangerous products that you have around the home, and we subscribe to a eco-friendly little product that comes with the post that you just mix yourself at home. Just trying to make small differences to try and use less and less reliance on harmful chemicals in the home, like your bleaches and things like that. Don't get me wrong, I love a good clean, but we're just trying to use much more environmentally friendly products. And here's some things that everyone else in K2 started to do to make a difference.
I cycle to work. I rarely use my car at all.
So I'm planting wildflowers in my garden.
So I've got a 7-year-old son, and I'm teaching him to make sure he turns off the lights in our house, so it's not like the Blackpool illuminations all the time. Also teaching him for like future generations to be able to recycle. I know that's something that's quite obvious, but just little things like that to teach them to make life a bit better.
Usually I try to buy local food, and also I take the bus and train.
Switching off all the electricity if I'm not using it.
Eating less meat.
I've been using the Too Good To Go app, where they sell food that's just about to go out of date at lockdown price.
So I take the train into work, and I cycle to the station and back home.
I moved closer to work to enable me not to drive as much, shorten my commute.
Small actions are important to the bigger picture, because everyone's got to do something. We can't sit and wait for someone else to make a difference. We all have the ability to make small differences, which will add up to a big difference. Everyone needs to try and do something, and K2 is doing everything they can over the next few years to make a huge difference. But we can all make a difference. So at the moment, just one little thing might make a difference. So something will be enough. Just make a change.